Okay, I'm back, finally. It takes a little while for that to process, so I was going to show you some of the other elements. Before I do, to save you time, because one of your concerns was you didn't want it to take a whole lot of time you didn't want to spend a whole lot of time on the video, on the newsletter, excuse me. And you will find, like I said, after you get to using this is going to be a time saver for you. Some of those pre-designed templates are just, unless they already have the color background and everything in it the way you want it, they can be a lot more time consuming. So on this, if you wanted to actually put up 4 videos on here, like I said, I only chose 2 to save some space and just give the link to the account that they had on YouTube. But you could really just like copy this here if you wanted, and then do your edits to it, or we'll delete this. Don't really need it right now. Or you could go back and put it in a whole new text box and design it that way. You could just put one video in it if you wanted. Here's where this example of this boxed text. You could just, this is really good for featuring something. If you just had one video, for example, that you wanted to use, this would be a good way to highlight it. You could go to your settings here, and you got the choice of 1 or 2 columns. We'll just say it's 1 column now. And you go to your style. You can choose a background color. You can also choose a border. What kind of border? If you want a solid, dashed, dotted, grooved. You can choose the size. You can see number 1 is very thin, but you can also change the color on that if you liked. So that's a good way to highlight something, such as your book of the month, or anything, videos, any special text, events. It's good for events to highlight those. We don't really need that, so I'm going to delete that also. You can add in dividers. I don't really like to use those because it doesn't look that great to me. But you can divide your sections up if you really wanted to. But you can also make those different colors, you can't really go, wider, but you can make it thicker if you wanted to. Yes, I want to delete this too. Okay, the image card. The image card you're able to, this one I don't use very often, but I believe it has where you can, do different styles on it, such as background color, border color, things like that with it also. And you can make it 2 columns. You can make that 2 pictures if you wanted. On the group images, you can go, I believe, just up to 4. You can have 2 is the minimum, but it does not give you the option to put in text or any kind of borders or anything like that. That's the same with this image here. It's just one big image. Okay, the other elements, I think they're pretty much self-explanatory on the rest of those. With the buttons, you're able to add in the text that you wanted to have on the button if it would say buy here now, like with your click here to purchase this book. You could put purchase here, buy now, whatever. But these elements, that's what you have to choose from. And what else did I want to discuss with you? Oh, I wanted to go through and put in let's do a preview and test first, and then we're going to come back and put in that color, and you can always change it. It looked a little pinkish to me when I did it yesterday. But I wanted to give you the mobile view, see how it's already, you're not able to see the whole banner this way. This looks like it's modeled after an iPhone. We can rotate it, and you can see it better. The 3 columns, see how it stacks it on top of each other? So you're going to have her picture first. So if that was the case, you might want to put that stuff to the right, maybe. Or I can do that for you. I have no problems of going back and changing some of these around to where you don't have to mess with them again. That's my idea of how to help you with this, and I know it's not exactly what you was looking for, and I do apologize. There is limitations in MailChimp, and I wish I could actually had more control over it. Like I do, the landing pages are so nice to design. But you can see here's your opening article. See how it just kind of stacks things on top of each other. So with the 3 columns, it would have been crazy all over the place. And even with something wider, you might not be able to even view it this well on the mobile phone. Let's preview an email in the browser, I mean. With the white, it kind of looks fine with the white. I just think the banner looks all by itself. So that's why I try to put in a little bit of color, kind of wraps it around and makes the banner stand out. I mean, the banner stands out plenty good, but I just sometimes like for that banner to really stand out. And now I can't get back to where I was. Hold on just a second. Okay, sorry about that. I had the MailChimp covered up and I was not able to get back there. But I have this neat little tool that helps me get the colors perfect, and you said that you wanted the reddish type color. I'm going to use my eyedropper here to pick it out. I got it. Let's go back to the template if it'll let me. Okay, I'm back to the, I needed to go to the design, to the page. I'm going to paste in this color. I believe that I give that to you. Okay, I'll go to the pre-header and do the same thing. Background. You can actually do borders around the areas too on the page. If you wanted a border around it, you could. I don't know if that's something that you're interested in, but when you do the border around that, you'd want to do it around the pre-header too. So now I got to go back to the content, because this is, you're going to want that a lighter color so it stands out more. And we'll view it in that. Let me highlight it. The only thing about making it white, you're unable to see it when you go to try to edit the wording, so you're going to want to get your content in there that you want before you turn it white. Now I go to column 2. Let's make that white. Well, 15 minutes, I'm already on 8-minute mark. It just comes so fast when you're having fun. Okay, now let's preview this. Preview this again. And it's taking a while. Let's go to here. I believe that I just reload it. And it should go up. Well, it's not wanting to. Darn it. Well, we'll just preview it again. No big deal. So this is how your template is looking right now. You said you're free to change the background color, or I can do that for you again, but I wanted to really teach you how to use the elements of the drag and drop editor, because I just love it. And I work in a lot of different editors, so I prefer this over everything else. Okay, so this one here would be a new template from Tammy from Fiverr with the name of the template that you wanted. Copy 1. I'll just leave both of those in there for you to play with. I won't delete this one or the other one out. I'll leave both in there for you. And again, if you need me to move around the design elements, any like the default, if you would rather have, since we've seen on the mobile view that it's going to put her there first, if you would rather this come up first, I will gladly move the content over here and move her pictures and all of this to the other side. That's no big deal. And I'll be glad to switch around a few of the, if you would rather have some of it in the box text or anything, just let me know. It is not a big issue. I appreciate you returning. I'd be glad to work with you again. I'm sorry that, you know, I can try to use that pre-designed template, but I just don't think it's going to end up satisfactory for you or myself. Just the way that you can see how the mobile view looks. It would take some time, but I'd be willing to try it for you if you wanted me to try to redo that example template that you had expressed to me, that the things that you wanted to add in the newsletter. And I do wish it could be a little bit wider. They have an explanation as to why. You can always Google it. And like I said, it's all because of the different kind of types of views. They want it to look good in every aspect. They do still have problems with Outlook, no matter what template it is. It seems that Outlook is not up to date with a lot of the email editors nowadays. So, like I said, any questions that you have after this that I might have forgotten to address in here, please let me know and I'll gladly answer it for you. The only other thing is, here is the layout. This is just, you can go and you can change your templates, but after you get your stuff in here, this might not be something you want to do. Now this would work, this banded, that what it does is just whatever color that you have up here is going to be all the way across like your example was, but the rest of it's white. And I believe when I tried the template, you've got to change the footer color because everything, this is considered the body right here. This right here is the body. Everything else will not default until you pull it down. So if your footer was gray, everything up till right here would be gray and this would be white. So the banded, you could change it. I changed it on there to see what would happen, and it didn't mess up any of the text or anything. I just had to change around some of the colors. So I missed something. It's still not any whiter as far as your banner or your text boxes and things like that. It's pretty much still the same. So I'm going to save this and exit and go back to your dashboard and log out. And again, if you have any questions, let me know, and please let me know anything that I can change around for you. I'll gladly do that one at a time. And again, I appreciate your order and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks. Bye.